Hello, welcome to, it's the 24th of November of 2024. In 1 month will be Christmas. Well, um, there are a lot of things going on inside and out. And as we stop to see in the crossroads what's been set already. For that is unchangeable. What it has been set is going to continue until it ends. Regardless of what happens in the periphery. The periphery can damage, it can recover, but it's very important to listen to our prayers, the way we perceive and think, our words, how much noise we are regenerating, just to shortcut to see the wall for what is necessarily. Yeah. The dreams of conquering the world are being left behind little by little. These are the last shots, really, where people shout in their last breath, I am, knowing they're dying. Yeah, it's over. Game is over. But still, there are streams to be met, in the sense that they're causing too much sickness to society. Yeah. That is the Christian way. Whatever you practice as a holy Christian or not. So silence is very beautiful. There is nothing new to say or download. We're going to see the globe map with the people, and we're going to bring a connection with the people, because we also are the people, and we're going to respect those in power, because we also like to generate power. So understanding these values is main. Some people might think they have to gather more to help more, but they will have everything, and then they will people don't want to play while learning on virtual reality and role play. They don't see profit there because they are emphasizing their old ways. They're preparing the music now. So yeah, 9 minutes. We're going to sing. Oh, so many places where people gather to carry the word. I'll be there in 9 minutes, no?
Sorry?
In 9 minutes.
Yeah.
At 11.
Give it another 15 minutes. That's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there are many places where people gather to carry the word. There's dancing and beautiful events where people meet to hug, meditations as well that help us with the mind to achieve a watchful eye between emotions and strings of an emotional drive, because there are different modes, and it's very important to understand as a creative person or as a person that's been stimulated to do so, or is being controlled by lower emotions such as his ambition, desires, all sorts of bullshit. We're made from these lower energies. We are procreated from the lower energies, and we can as well procreate with the lower to the highest energies. I love being with my children, and all my work is for their generation. Most of you are never going to enter in the realms of imagination. You will die, not you, but most of you will die as you are, stuck in your ego and boring as fuck, because it's always the same story and it never ends. It's just propaganda about you, and you're not, no, don't have the imagination to see the wall and multiply. So this is for the next generation, believe it or not. Every day that passes, you will be the bridge of yesterday that is not to cross back ever again. People will continue to be creative and sharing. They will have, on the other side, many character traits to play with. They will be Machiavellian, sort of like prosocial psychopaths, some. But the hardest players would, who would never resist against their freedom without a fear. That's because you have known who you are. And to be playful is a sweet angel. So we need our children to be raised with protection to what is truth and not truth, with a higher degree, such as mine. You don't need anyone to tell you when you have this degree. You don't really, you can use certain tools, connections.
Good morning. How are you? I'm alright, thank you. Good.
As you are also giving back to these connections. But the more time passes by, others would take advantage to not be supporting any other but themselves. So if you see the multiplying over the world for all those who like to be creative and celebrative, not slaves, you will see the beauty in it. Through learning what is expression and freedom of expression, learning what is your sense of property, and how you can channel it. So some people lose their charisma and joy because they never had that. It was not theirs to share. So to be seen is not to share. You're just creating dead zombies. And we don't want that. All right? People might say, things they've never become creative. They can say things, but that is like a bomb. So when people in the map can see along what is needed to invest and how the program works for themselves to regenerate their venue, but they need different actors. They need to gather together different people with different talents and to learn from each other as well. Not just because they're friends, but they share that affinity. And there are problems when we share. There are problems when we express ourselves. There are problems when people don't know how to have measure on the channels of sharing. Because this is the old construct of corruption and abuse. A person who has never celebrated and it's just a toilet, whatever you put there, it flushes it out. Doesn't think of the consequences. So we need to heighten our perception of how the celebration is transmuted. So, well, in this way, to the man and woman who love each other and know what is profound true love, I wish you to surrender to each other. But nobody's going to satisfy you when you find the divine within you. And there's nothing more beautiful than honesty and transparency. And we're going to see all the money that runs through all the ministries, to where and whom. We're going to learn what is to be transparent. Those who have more will always have more. And those who make their way will always make their way, because that is the fun of life. Otherwise, it will be boring, flat and boring. These people need to choose and pick decisions for the future, because there will always be new problems as we create new realms and discover new alchemies and new worlds. So these are the administrators. We need these administrators, and they will always have their inner wars, because they also have problems as we humans. To understand a human in the elite is to understand a human within as well. They can have delusional problems to not talk about, because they like to belong. They are, as monkey see, monkey do, as any human, to belong. So this war has been worth it, and it's going to continue probably until see you there. I'll be there. It's going to continue until Well, war is just a cleanup through the law. To protect our children and sense of property. And of course, I welcome every continent and culture to create their heads for the influencers and for me to have a base to celebrate them and make this more fun. For me, the divine, humanities, and the world.